Hey everyone, welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market. I am David, and in this video I'm just going to go over recent Bitcoin price action. So this blue box right here is a 4-hour fair value gap. If I just zoom out real quick so you can see it, there we go. This 4-hour fair value gap that we came back down into. So what I'm looking for on that is if always start with the higher time frame and then work my way down. So if I'm looking at the 4-hour as my high time frame, then I will drop down to the 15-minute and then down to the 1-minute. So 4, 15, 1. Now if it's like if higher time frame than that, it'll go week, daily, 4-hour, or daily, 4-hour, 15-minute. Essentially, what I'm looking for is looking to see where the higher time frame is, what pool of liquidity, or what is it trying to go after? Is it trying to go after stops? Is it trying to go after a fair value gap, or whatever it may be? In this instance, I was like, okay, I saw this 4-hour fair value gap. We were reaching towards it, like right around here and I was like, I saw this 4-hour gap, so I was like, all right, if we get down to that 4-hour gap, then I will drop down to the 15-minute and I will look for some type of smart money reversal within that fair value gap. Unfortunately, I mean, we did get into it and we did get a type of smart money reversal with a market structure shift and everything. However, we came down and the low failed to hold. And then we ended up coming down and tagging the bottom of this range over here, right here. So I took the top of this range, the bottom of it, before it got broken both to the upside and to the downside. So I just took that range right there and I drew it out. And we just so happened to nail the bottom of that range. So what I'm looking for now is basically just for I want to see strong conviction, strong movements. I thought this was going to be it. I thought this was going to be the one right here. However, we ended up reclaiming that entire candle almost immediately. Now, we only took about 75-80% of it back immediately, but that's enough for me to say, okay, this looks like a swing failure pattern where we failed to reclaim this high right here. Now, yesterday I said, this is cute and all that we, broke this high here, but it's nothing to me. This is the high that needs to be broken. Or reclaimed, rather, not just broken, because you can break a candle, or in a wick, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking to really break it with conviction, meaning a strong move, one big candle, and you want to see continuation of some kind, or at least a consolidation or a hold on top of that level. When you get an immediate rejection and you take out more than half or most of that previous candle, then you can almost always expect that price isn't ready to move back to the upside. And then we end up getting this little double topping structure in here. Now, what I'm looking at now, if I take a horizontal ray and place it on this high over here, all I am seeing is liquidity to the upside. I just see liquidity up here. This point of control, let's go ahead and move this fixed range volume profile over. There we go. So our point of control is above us, is above these levels here. We are sitting at the value area low that is within the 4-hour fair value gap. So this should hold, and price should move to the upside and go after the short stop losses that are resting above here. We also have our previous week midpoint and our Monday midpoints resting above us. If I go over to the VWAP, this is our session VWAP, so that's resting above us right now as well. So looking for a push towards that. If we can get above the VWAP and reclaim the VWAP, then I would probably start considering or looking for a fair value gap or something to trade off of to go long and to come up to these highs. And I would I would target the point of control at the very least. But we also have these highs up here that are just screaming to me that there's liquidity resting above these highs and that we are going to come up and take them out. So this could end up being a triple bottom or an inverse head and shoulders. That's what it looks like to me. So let's go ahead and put on our weekly VWAP. This is a VWAP set to the week, and that is also resting above us. So these things, the VWAP likes to act as a magnet for price. So it would make sense for us to push higher from here. That doesn't mean we can't go lower, but it would just make more sense if we went higher. So that's what I am looking for today. I really want to start seeing some movement really today. I really want some upwards movement. I really want to start pushing this thing to the upside. Now, we don't have to do it today. It would just be really nice. So let's drop down to the 5 minute and just do this real quick and wrap this up. And yeah, go on with our days. So we do have these VWAPs. Let's go ahead and throw on the market cipher. So, and we're sitting right at the EMAs too. So getting above that, getting above all of these, our EMAs and our session VWAP, that is what will make me kind of pretty bullish, at least for today. Especially if the price action develops in a way that says we're being bullish, meaning we're getting bullish order flow. We are tapping fair value gaps or order blocks, and when we're tapping them, we're pushing higher. So we push, and then we pull back, and then we tap a zone of liquidity, fair value gap, or order block, and then we bounce and push higher. So that's what we want to start seeing when we start moving to the upside. We want to start seeing basically something like this, except to the upside. That is what we want to see. Now, for my scalping strategy, what I will be looking for, so these lines here, these green lines, these red lines, this orange line, if I scroll down, these orange lines, those are sessions. This is Asia's overnight session. This is London, and this is CBDR. It's just the time between London and New York. Right now, so far, we've taken out the lows of Asia, and we've taken out the London low. So now I am looking for, once 10 o'clock Eastern time comes around, I'll be looking for a fair value gap to trade into. Bonus points if we start moving before 10 a.m. Put in a fair value gap, kind of like in a reaccumulation phase. So we can come up here, put in that fair value gap on this big move here that's breaking this high here. So that's the key right there, is that we get that fair value gap on the break of this level right here of resistance. So that's what I'm always looking for when it comes to the fair value gaps, is does it break a swing level? was it formed during the break of a swing level? So if I have a downwards move, I am looking for this move right here that takes out this high to create a fair value gap within it. And then I look for price to come down, tap that fair value gap, and then move to the upside. So and there's different types of fair value gaps. There's at least 3 that I know of. The one that we like the most, or there's 2 of them that have higher probability than the third one. The first one is a fair value gap that this is we'll call this the highest. We will call this the higher probability one. And that is just where we get a nice, that is where we will get a nice space between the wicks of the first and third candles. Now, a different fair value gap. All right, Black Chan. Another one is, this one is a really high probability one. So this one is, we get our first candle and our second candle, but on our top one, let's get this wick up here. Our top one actually doesn't take out the high of the second candle. Do this. But this is a consolidation fair value gap. Trade it back into that one and then go long off of that, especially if this candle broke a high. Okay? I know it's sloppy, I'm sorry. Doing the best I can. So yeah, a nice energetic move to the upside is what I would be looking for. So, or am looking for, really. And it looks like we could be possibly starting to put that in right now. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys what I'm looking for. So if I can get a push up here and I can get a fair value gap created. Now there is a fair value gap right here, an older-ish one. Not really that old, because it is what do you call it? It was from the AM hours, so the London hours. So it's not that old. It's only from 3 o'clock this morning, but it's still, it's something that I would expect us to either do something within it, some type of consolidation, choppiness, something, or we'll just push right through it, since we've already been kind of battling it right here. So it's just an area that's obviously a point where sellers are stepping in, is right there. So every time we come up to it, and to me, that's just, the more times you tap something, the more likely it is to break. So let's zoom out. Now, if this can form, actually real quick, if this can form a fair value gap with a nice push up here, and then either another push up or a consolidation and a pull back into a fair value gap within this candle, that would be amazing. Now, we only have 20 seconds left on this candle, so unless it just shoots up real quick, it might not be the one. Now, I typically don't even take a trade until after 10 a.m. Let the pre-market go, let the first 30 minutes of the open go. Let those settle themselves out, and then I'll start to look for a trade. So yeah, right now it is looking like we should head to the upside. But like I was pointing out, we need to reclaim these EMAs. We need to reclaim VWAPs and that just helps build confluence. It's not necessarily that we need to look at these things to kind of get a feel for where price is heading, but they do help. They do help, and they do add confluence. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with using them at all. But yeah, so I am favoring longs right now since we did take out lows. So I will be looking for longs. We took out lows. We've got a bunch of shorts probably built up in this range right here. Let's go back to the Velo, or let's go to the Velo chart and take a look, and we can see that even on this move down right here, well, I mean, it's really difficult to tell what's yeah, I can't. So right here, push up. So that's shorts getting stopped out. And then sideways. I don't know, we could be putting in like a perp floor. Well, the perp is coming down to the downside. So perp volume is falling. We've got I wouldn't say we've got, well, that is just showing that sellers are pushing down. But and so is our sellers on our spot too. So our shorters are shorting, our spot sellers are selling, but our open interest is a little up and to the right. So what does that say? It might be shorts, and they might about to be liquidated if we get a nice short squeeze today, which is kind of what I'm starting to lean towards, is a short squeeze today. But don't hold me to that. But I just see so many levels. This level here, and this level here, or here, and this level here. These just look like prime areas, and it looks like we're just kind of we're putting in higher highs. Okay, so we're putting in, or higher lows, I should say. Putting in higher lows right here, right here, right here, and right here. And if this can push up, man, this is looking like we might get a little bit of a short squeeze today. But, you know, it's been really choppy this week, which I kind of expect on a holiday week. That's why I don't really trade holiday weeks. The only reason I have a trade open is because I opened it last week, and it's a swing trade that I planned on holding for, at least 2 weeks anyway. So that's, yeah. So I'm just kind of waiting for that one to break to hit my target, and before I start getting into like any other trades at the moment. So especially leading up to the FOMC, which is just a couple weeks away now. So be on the lookout for that. We'll go over that too. I'll do everything that I can to try and get to a desktop video or a live stream today. If not, tomorrow morning, I do have a sick wife and 2-year-old. So stayed up late trying to, get the house back in order a little bit last night. So I slept in this morning a little bit. And yesterday I woke up and didn't even have power in my house. So couldn't do a stream then. So it's just been a wacky week. It's just one of those weeks. So I'm doing what I can to try and give you guys some of my thoughts. And, I appreciate everybody for watching. And I appreciate I appreciate all your kind words. You're always supporting me, and I'm just blessed beyond means, and thank you. I appreciate you. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below or in Discord, either one. Follow me on Twitter at Lunar Beaches. Join the Discord. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna try and get this uploaded as quickly as possible and share it in Discord, and then we can go from there. Hopefully it can get out to you guys before the market even opens. But anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Mad love, and I hope you all have a radical day. Ride the waves. Peace out.